How did Sex and the City change Kim Cattrall's idea of motherhood? Just how tense was her relationship with her co-stars? Keep watching as we look at tragic details about the actress's life and career. For decades, British-born Canadian actress Kim Cattrall and her family lived with the mystery of what happened to her maternal grandfather, a man who vanished when her mother was a little girl. In 2011, Cattrall appeared on Who Do You Think You Are?, a reality show that helps celebrities trace their roots, to return to her birthplace of Liverpool and discover the answer to the mystery. Her grandfather, George Baugh, had deserted his wife Marion and their 3 daughters, including Kim's mother, after 10 years of marriage. Through some impressive detective work, Cattrall tracked down George's trail and discovered that in 1939, only 1 year after he left his wife and daughters, George remarried a 21-year-old woman.
This is beyond. I knew he was gutsy, but this is just, now he's a criminal.
George had 4 children with his new wife, and eventually they moved to Australia. Cattrall appeared on the show in an effort to find out the truth for her mother and her aunts, and after learning what happened to her grandfather, commented that she felt the mystery had come, quote, full circle. There's a long arc to Kim Cattrall's career, but she became a global sensation playing Samantha Jones on HBO's Sex and the City. The show follows the lives of 4 best friends who live in New York City, with Jones being the most fearless and adventurous of them all. Tragically, the premise of close friendship was far from the truth. According to the New York Post, there was tension among the cast from the beginning. Co-stars Sarah Jessica Parker and Cynthia Nixon, who played Carrie Bradshaw and Miranda Hobbs, knew each other from working on Broadway before the show began. Kristen Davis, who played Charlotte York, quickly joined this circle. Cattrall had one close friend on the series, creator Darren Star, but Star was ultimately replaced as showrunner by Parker's friend, Michael Patrick King. This meant that Cattrall had no allies on set, but that didn't hinder her stardom. Samantha became a fan-favorite character on the show for her confidence and frequent antics, and Cattrall earned 5 consecutive Emmy nominations for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. The series was so popular that even after it ended, the 4 stars reunited for 2 feature films, but the reunions didn't last. In 2017, long after she said she wouldn't do more Sex and the City projects, Cattrall spoke with Piers Morgan on Life Stories and said of her co-stars,
We've never been friends. We've been colleagues. And in some ways, it's a very healthy place to be.
It was certainly a successful professional relationship, but not an easy one in terms of friendship. In 2021, Parker, Nixon, and Davis reunited for a sequel series titled And Just Like That, where they explained Cattrall's absence by writing Samantha moving to London into the series. While Kim Cattrall was playing the vivacious and fearless Samantha Jones on Sex and the City, the actor herself was married to her 3rd husband, jazz bassist Mark Levinson. Levinson and Cattrall tied the knot in 1998, the same year that Sex and the City premiered. Unfortunately, the marriage lasted only as long as the show did. Cattrall and Levinson divorced in 2004, the same year the original Sex and the City run ended on HBO. Years later, in an interview with news.com.au, Cattrall blamed her commitment to the hit series for the loss of her marriage. Because she was, as she put it, never home and her husband was competitive, their marriage suffered while Sex and the City prospered. Kim Cattrall didn't just lose a marriage because of Sex and the City, she also lost the chance of having kids. On Piers Morgan's Life Stories, Cattrall said that when she was married to Mark Levinson, she considered in vitro fertilization treatments to get pregnant because by then she was in her early 40s. But the hit HBO series was such a demand on her time that she worried she couldn't ever make the balance work. But it wasn't just the show that would have been demanding. The more Cattrall looked into IVF procedures, the more she realized how much of a, quote, commitment the treatments were. Eventually, she decided against moving forward with the procedure, but Cattrall said that she still does feel maternal at times. Though she doesn't have children, she's able to nurture that instinct by being a friend, an aunt, and a mentor to other young actors. Kim Cattrall's brother, Chris Cattrall, went missing from his home in Canada in February 2018, according to CNN. Kim initially used her reach on social media to ask for help and to encourage locals to keep an eye out for Chris. Sadly, just hours later, Cattrall took to social media again to let her concerned followers know that her brother had died. While she kept tight-lipped about Chris's death for a while, Cattrall opened up to the Daily Mail in July 2019 and confirmed that his death was a suicide. She revealed that Chris had been struggling with depression, and while she was unaware of this until after his death, she was haunted by endless questions about what she could have possibly done differently to help her brother. If you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK-8255. To make matters even more challenging, while Kim Cattrall was grieving the death of her brother, conversation in the media centered around her feud with former Sex and the City co-star Sarah Jessica Parker. Fresh tension arose when Parker commented on Cattrall's Instagram to express condolences after the death of Chris Cattrall. However, shortly after using Instagram to thank her Sex and the City colleagues and her fans for their support, Cattrall used Instagram to share a message that read, "I don't need your love or support at this tragic time, Sarah Jessica Parker." In the caption, Cattrall explained her message by calling Parker's attempts to reach out to her a painful reminder of her former co-star's treatment of her. Cattrall accused Parker of being cruel both in the past and in the present, and asked her former co-star to stop commenting on her life. For her part, Parker did not directly respond to Cattrall, but she has gone on the record several times to reflect on being heartbroken about the rift. But thanks to projects like And Just Like That, she's since been able to move on. With her own projects like the TV series Filthy Rich and How I Met Your Father, it seems Cattrall's managed to move on too. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.